Boss representing SK Telecom T1, he is Rain. And up to the top left, we have our lovely little Zergy, the last Zerg hope for the qualification process of the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne. He is Jaedong. And as always, sends that Overlord down to the south. Down to the south. Alrighty. So, what are we going to see Jaedong pull out from this point on? He had a hard time against Classic on this map. Classic shows Protoss the way. And unbelievably, Classic's Team Liquid fan club was only created like yesterday after his results in Pro League. So that's on Team Liquid now. There is a Classic fan club. He played amazingly well today, as well as yesterday during qualification. And now we see who will join him. Will it be Jaedong? Will it be Rain? Or will it be SOS? Jaedong's hopes hang in the balance here as Rain. Unfortunately for Jaedong, he has two amazing Protoss to go through. Alright. So, spawning pool. Oh, imagine if we have Jaedong versus SOS in the next round. Like a rematch of BlizzCon final. That would be sick. But I think that Rain just stands too strong a player here to allow Jaedong to do this. It's going to have to be a great comeback here from Jaedong. He spots the Nexus. Likewise, though, Rain is going to head straight on up to the north with his probe and see what's going on from Jaedong. Jaedong's not going to take any risks. He's not going to go for triple hatch before pool. So it's very important not to do anything too #dicey at this point. Has a little bit of a look around, sees no gases, sees pretty much everything he wants to, and even sees the drone heading out for a third base. Meanwhile, the Nexus is about to finish up. Double gases have been taken here for Rain, and I would like to see Rain, probably, I would love to see him stick to a very, very similar game to how he played out game number 1. It really seemed so strong for him. It can be all too easy when you're playing Protoss to fall into the mindset of, I'm harassing with 3 gates, I'm also using my Phoenix, I'm controlling all of these multitudes of units with the Zealots and the Phoenix, dancing around, trying to get the perfect position to pick up these queens, pick up these drones, focus down the Spore Crawler, and then back at home, your macro just slips. But Rain, I mean, he showed in game number 1 that he just doesn't fall apart in that situation. He was transitioning on, he was adding on his third base, he was adding on his Robo Bay. All of this stuff really, I mean, makes Rain one of the best Protoss in the world. Not quite the fact that he can just do that alone. Of course, it does come down more to decision-making than anything for Rain, but his defensive style, that he's not looking for a kill with that earlier aggression, he's just looking for incremental advantages. Anyway, Rain for now, just adding on Sentry. Doesn't have a wall off yet, but I would love to see him throw that first gas committal into a Stargate. He's going to add on the Forge. And he could actually add on a Stargate next to that, actually. Which does line up quite nicely considering his minerals and gas. But he's going to throw down a Gateway. So, right now we only have a Forge and 2 Gateway soon to be about. Meanwhile, what's Jaedong up to? Just adding on queens, just adding on drones. Not really too much of a special design here from Jaedong, as he's going to play this out as normally as feasibly possible by the looks of things. Of course, that can change in just a little bit. But with this +1 coming out so quickly here for Rain, that, in essence, detracts from his overall speed of which his tech could go. These pylons on the edges of the map, on the edges of his base, I'm feeling some like big gateway pressure. He hasn't taken any gases yet, it is natural. This hasn't been spotted by Jaedong up until, in just a second, 2 extra gateways get added on, a total of 4. Where is his Chrono Boost being spent? Before he does anything, I actually think he needs to take these gases to make it look like he's doing something a bit more tech heavy. Because right now the Overlord just sees those gases and is like, well, nah, okay, I see what you're doing. Oh, interesting. Well, actually, you know, he threw a Chrono Boost into that +1 and he's getting sentries, but with this could be false. Look, this is false. He's going to transition onto a third base. Now, everything he just showed, Jaedong, was selling the image of, haha, this is a big gateway push, haha, haha. But it's not going to be so. He's going to take a very quick third off the back of this. And Jaedong, seeing that there was no gases here, says, right, I know you're going to do a big gateway push. I'm going to make roaches, I'm going to make burrow to try and catch you out. Because I don't think you will have detection when that comes. But this one ling heading down there, oh, he sees that many sentries in that position. It has to be, he has to go back to drones. Wait, what's he at, 53? Yeah, he has to go back to drones, and he is going to. So that one ling got him good intel, really good intel there as to what was going on. But the Overlords, they tricked him. They were betrayal Overlords. They were defiant to the very end. Okay, so Rain secured his third smoothly in game number 1 via aggression. This time, he secures it via mind games. Jaedong's... here, let's look at how that panned out, because realistically, the way in which these drone counts line up don't really make a whole lot of sense in a normal PvZ. When that ling poked in, he was making roaches. He was on around 55 workers, I believe, 55 drones or something like that, in comparison to the 53, 51 probes. That's not the best position to be in here for Jaedong. Really not. It makes transitioning over to this third base a whole lot easier here for Rain. And yes, there are 20 roaches out and about, but now Jaedong almost is forced into the mindset of he has to make something happen with these roaches and lings. There is the Spire going down once again here at the back of the third base, which could be spotted actually by this hallucinated Phoenix, but it's just shy. What? Oh, he scouted something that cancelled it, then he's double scouting and he's going to see that Spire. So there was something behind there. I can't quite recall what. I didn't look at the full production tab fully. That's the curse of solo casting as well as observing. But now 2-2's on the way, and he's adding on double Stargates behind this as well. He sees all of these roaches and these lings moving forwards. He needs to throw down... Okay, so he's not going to push on forwards further. I would say he needs to throw down more force fields, but he's been using the energy very, very exuberantly on these sentries just to spot exactly what's on the cards for his opponent. And he's going to see this Spire again. I don't think he clicked on it last time, the last pass over. Ooh, actually, no, he doesn't see it because of the queens. But if he looks around the minimap, and he can see that that Spire is there. Oh, and he sees it again anyway, so... Alright. What are you doing here, Mothership Core? Go home, you're drunk. Anyway, so the roaches now piling through the middle of the map. This is quite a strong army that we're seeing from Jaedong. Whoa. Okay, he's starting Phoenix production. He doesn't want to go too over the top with his Phoenix production, because right now the transition of Spire from Jaedong is just not there. He needs to get a good read on what was popping just then, and he just barely did not see that Hydralisk pop as that hallucinated Phoenix died. But let's follow these Phoenix and see what they can actually spot. Because he's moving his units out of the direction of these Phoenix. He sees more Hydralisks. He can't make too many Phoenix, I don't think, from here. Unless, for some reason, he's able to go into this engagement and pick up all of those Hydralisks very quickly with the Phoenix and kill those off quickly. This army here for Jaedong is extremely formidable against 10 Stalkers, 1 Zealot, 6 Sentries. Come on. It's not going to work. All right, Jaedong's setting himself up on the right and on the left. The Lings, well, actually, there's a really greatly, fantastic placed pylon up to the north here, which he could make work out. War Prism even there as well to put on the harassment. But now, the Phoenix... Oh, that's a lot of Hydralisk. These Phoenix aren't going to do too much unless he uses them in a very, very impressive way. A whole warping of Zealots draws his entire army back and buys him so much time. But that being said, Jaedong is trying to transition onto Greater Spire. Jaedong still has no clue about this Stargate transition. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Look, he knows nothing about this. And now the Phoenix move out into the middle of the map, but he still hasn't seen them. Oh, now he sees them. Oh, dear me. All right, well, the Phoenix are going to start working their way through these Hydralisks. The Hydralisks actually can't stay for the fight because they don't have the Roaches with them to complement. The Zealots, meanwhile, up to the north, did kill off all that base, and the Roaches were trying to go back to furiously help out, but now the remax on 21 Roaches, 13 Hydralisks. But, I mean, there was technically a Robo Bay added on, but it was never really used. So the Phoenix is just going to go absolutely to town to any unit that finds itself stranded in the middle of these locations. Anything. But he's looking for Hydralisks, definitely. Compared to those Roaches, no need to lift those up. Just go for the Hydras, go for the Hydras, and now transition onto triple Void Ray production. And he sees the Greater Spire. He already saw it before with something, I'm not quite sure what, but he did see it before. So these Phoenix are really doing a very, very good job. Had we seen Jaedong go quicker, then it may have worked out for him against this, but look at this. Blinding Cloud hit a lot of those Stalkers. The Stalkers aren't actually doing too much to these Roaches that are caught between the force fields, but all the Phoenix coming back now for the reinforcement, killing off the Vipers very, very quickly. Rain looking to take the 2-0 swiftly here, and there you go.